Hi everyone, welcome to our training session today. Today we're going to be looking at how we can teach key vocabulary to our very low-level juniors, which can often be quite a challenge because their level is low. How do we get around it? Do we read too much? Well, we don't want to read too much. We really need to try and help them to understand the words using a lot of TPR. And expressions. So that's what we're going to focus on our training session today. We're going to briefly touch on the theory of young learners' learning characteristics. We'll look together at some language chunks. What are language chunks? When do we use them? Why do we use them? We'll also focus on steps to teaching vocabulary. So we'll look at practically how can we do this without all this reading, avoiding all this reading. And finally, we'll look at a real-life example, a teacher and a student together. So let's make a start looking at the theory of young learners' learning characteristics. Now, as young learners, they will always start off learning another language with nouns. So firstly, we have nouns. Obviously, we know that a person, a place, or a thing. So it will be learning plane, scooter, boy. And as they progress, then we move on to doing words, verbs. How can they then express themselves a bit more? So they learn some verbs, talking about an action, something that they can do. And finally, then they will move on to being able to describe the nouns, adding some more flavor to their language. So using adjectives. So as we can see here, a couple of examples, sweet and delicious. So that's the process, the theory behind young learners' learning characteristics. So particularly in this case, we have many Chinese students, they're learning another language, English. So the process is noun, verb, adjective. So just moving on a little bit more with that, we just want to remind ourselves of something here. The way that children learn. Notice it mentions here, we deal first with concrete concepts, things that are tangible. So for example, in the picture, we can see the teacher with the flashcard, can't we? Teaching oranges. They're teaching a noun, oranges. So those concepts come first, the concrete concept, before we ever move on to something that's more abstract. So for example, we were trying to teach a child about sharing, selflessness. That's a bit more complicated. That will come later on. There's a little reminder for us as well, just down in this little speech bubble or thought bubble here. They may not understand your humor sometimes because they understand literal meanings until they reach a certain age. So yeah, children understand literal things. Abstract thoughts, comments, they might not get. So they might not get our humor for that reason. There might be another reason. It might be that actually your joke's not very funny. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's not that. But just remember that they understand literal meanings. So moving on, we're talking about language chunks. What are language chunks? Why do we have them? When do we use them? Well, notice what we have here on the whiteboard. Language chunks are groups of words that can be found together in language. So language chunks can help children develop sense of grammar. They can help children to develop from the words, then put it into a sentence. So notice we've got a few examples here. So imagine that we are teaching the word horse, for example. Maybe we do the actions, the noise, maybe we have a picture and we're like, we teach horse. And they've got it, they've got horse. But then we want to add some language chunks to it. We could perhaps say, for example, horse is eating an apple. It's a common group of words that would go together when we're talking about horse. Horse is eating an apple. Or maybe bird. We've taught the noun bird, we've shown some pictures, and then we really want to help them see how they can use it. How can they use chunks of language? Bird is flying. Bird is flying in the sky. Car, drive a car. Bear, hug a bear. Talking about teddy bear, not a real bear. Kangaroo, kangaroo, hop, hop, hop. So we get the idea of what chunks are. Groups of words together which can really help the student to see how they can put that noun they've learned into a sentence now. So let's have a look at an example. Practically, how could we do that? Well, maybe if we had taught the word sweet, so we're not talking about a noun here, we've moved on, we've got to an adjective, so we've taught them, we're talking about sweet, and we say, as a teacher, we say we could use it, sweet, sweet candy. And we could elicit from our student a response for them to use the word sweet. Maybe they would say something like sweet, sweet donuts. And we could continue it. We could say sweet, sweet chocolate. And maybe they might say sweet, sweet lollipop or sweet, sweet candy cane. And we could ask them, can you think of any more? Sweet, sweet ice cream. Of course, we'd always want to praise them, wouldn't we? Wow, that's so good. Excellent. Give me a high five. Well done. Very good. Good work. So we've taken the adjective sweet and we've put it into some language chunks there. We could do the same with flying, for example. We're teaching flying. Now, in this case, notice that the student doesn't really get it. They're not quite sure. So maybe the teacher says, it's a bird. It is flying. Flying. And the student's still scratching their head. What's this? So maybe you use another example. You say, it's a plane. It's a plane. Plane is flying. Maybe they're still, what? Flying? I don't know. And finally, maybe it's a butterfly. We could maybe have a butterfly. And then they get it. Butterflies flying. So finally, they've been able to put a noun together with a verb. Butterfly is flying. So what steps do we want to use when we are teaching new vocabulary to low-level juniors? Well, firstly, notice we want to use a lot of TPR, total physical response. We want to use pictures. We want to use words that they've learned before to help them. So, for example, in this first one here, we're talking about cold. And you see our teacher's gesturing very well, isn't he? Cold, cold, cold. Or maybe we're teaching the verb here. Here, here, here. What if, looking at step 2, what if our learners perhaps are not too familiar with the words? What can we do? Well, we can start to use some sentences, some small language chunks. Use the TPR as well to illustrate, and we can perhaps try and get the learner to interact, ask them to try and guess what we're saying. So, for example, we've gone from here to now we can hear with our ears. We can hear with our ears. Or cold in winter. Cold in winter. Maybe we can use a little photo of a winter's day to help them understand. Moving on to step 3, we can then extend that word that we've learned, maybe cold or here, into language chunks. Got some examples here. So maybe we've learned the word car, so then we extend it into a chunk. Drive a car. Drive a car. Or teddy bear. Hug a teddy bear. Hug a teddy bear. We could grab a teddy bear and we could say, teddy bear, hug a teddy bear. So we're giving them some language chunks. We're giving them more options, how they can use the noun that we've just taught them. Moving on to step 4. How do we then progress this? So we've taught them the noun or the verb or maybe the adjective. We've used some TPR to help them really get the understanding. We've given them a chunk of language to use. And at the end, step 4, we want to then use some questions with them to help get them really thinking actively about the language that we've given them. So for example, we've been talking about teddy bear. We talked about hug your teddy bear. Then we could say, do you have a teddy bear? We're using our target language, teddy bear. Yeah. Do you hug your teddy bear? Where is your teddy bear? Who bought your teddy bear? So we've got interaction with our student. So looking practically then at an example, how that might take place. Well, it might be using one of the pages in the lesson, that it might be using a photo that we have there. And as a teacher, we say, Amelia wears a hat. So we've got circle of Amelia. We could point to Amelia. We could say hat. Amelia wears a hat. Something else, looking further down, we could mention Amelia wears a scarf. Maybe we could ask a question. What color is the scarf? Green. Okay. Amelia wears a green scarf. So that's how we can then help them to develop using this language. Practically, let's look at an example of how we could do that in the classroom using TPR. We're going to look at the word where with our students.
Hello?
Hi Claire, how are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
Hi. Great, excellent. So remember, we were learning about clothes and things. We had sunglasses. Do you remember sunglasses? Sunglasses?
Sunglasses.
Very good, excellent. What's this? What's this? Hat. Hat.
Hat.
Very good. Well done, Claire. What about this? Do you remember we learned this word? What's this,
Scarf.
Claire? Scarf. Excellent. Very good. One last one. What have I got here? What's this, Claire? Any ideas?
I don't know.
Coat. Coat.
Coat.
We've got wear. Wear coat. Wear coat. Very good. Wear coat.
Wear coat.
Oh, excellent. Well done, Claire. Very good. What about this? Wear sunglasses. Wear sunglasses.
Wear sunglasses.
Could you say that? Very nice. Well done. Well done. Ooh. What's this? What's this, Claire?
Scarf.
Scarf. Good. Wear scarf.
Scarf.
Perfect. Lovely. Wear scarf. Let's try another one.
Wear hat.
Yeah, really nice. Very good. Well done, Claire. So we've been talking about wear. Wear
sunglasses.
Good. Excellent. Very good. Well done. Very good. So, Claire, do you wear sunglasses? Do you wear sunglasses?
No. No, I don't.
Oh, okay. When it's cold, do you wear scarf?
Yes, yes.
Ah, very good. Excellent. Do you wear coat? Do you wear a coat?
No, I'm not wearing.
Ah, okay. Very good. Very good. When it's cold, do you wear hat? Do you wear hat?
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Well, thank you very much, Claire. Thank you for your help in this lesson. Thank you everyone for listening and watching. I hope that this lesson has been helpful. We're really trying to help our young learners be able to learn new vocabulary the easiest way possible using TPR, using a lot of gestures, using photos, using objects, and that way it's so much easier and better for them than just simply reading. Thank you.